Suzuka is one of the classic Formula 1 circuits, a track loved by drivers because it's fast, challenging, and remains relatively unsanitised by modern safety standards. It's an old school circuit, laid out in a figure of 8. Make a mistake here, and a gravel track will usually punish you. The first section is the most challenging part of the lap, a tricky double apex right-hander, the entry of which is taken flat out before gradually tightening. This is where Ayrton Senna infamously drove into his bitter rival Alain Prost, settling the outcome of the 1990 World Championship in Senna's favour after officials refused his request to move pole position. It's also where Kimi Räikkönen memorably swept past Giancarlo Fisichella on the last lap to win the thrilling 2005 Japanese Grand Prix after starting 17th on the grid. From there, the drivers accelerate uphill through a sequence of snaking S-bends, left, right, finishing with the long left-hander of the Dunlop curve, trying to carry as much speed as possible. None of these corners is taken at full throttle, so this is the section where downforce is king and Red Bull stands its best chance of carrying the fight to Mercedes and Ferrari. This is also the part of the circuit where Jules Bianchi suffered his horrendous accident during the 2014 race, after losing control in wet conditions and colliding with a recovery vehicle. Next come two tough and quick right-handers, the Degner curves, both of which require the drivers to ride curbs that can unsettle the car and easily cause a crash or lead to a time-sapping wide moment through the gravel. From here, the cars accelerate underneath the circuit's flyover and through a flat-out right-hand kink, which is where Daniel Kvyat obliterated his Red Bull after mistakenly touching the grass while turning in during qualifying for the 2015 race. Survived the kink, and he reached the hairpin, the slowest corner of the lap, and a rare overtaking opportunity, something local hero Kamui Kobayashi took full advantage of during the 2010 race here, ambushing several drivers with daredevil late braking manoeuvres to finish 7th in his Sauber. After blasting around a long, curving, straight that's not really a straight, the cars descend on Spoon Curve, another difficult double apex corner that ruthlessly punishes mistakes. The entry to both parts is fast, and there is simply no room for imprecision, as Damon Hill and David Coulthard both found to their cost while trying to stop Michael Schumacher winning the damp 1995 race. Make it through that section and the drivers can relax momentarily as they blast their way back towards the start-finish line. Respite is only brief, however, because next comes 130R, probably one of the most famously fearsome cornering challenges in Formula 1. Well, it used to be, before the left-hander was re-profiled and made less daunting. Le Mans legend Alan McNish suffered an enormous crash at the old version of this corner during qualifying for the 2002 race. These days, it's a simple, gentle kink for F1 cars. Exit 130R pointing in the right direction, and all that's left to negotiate is the final chicane, which carries the cars right, then left. The entry is difficult to sight, as the track drops rapidly downhill after the first part, before carrying the cars through a long, arcing right-hander to the finish line. This chicane was the scene of another of F1's infamous Prost-Senna moments, when the two legends collided while disputing the lead of the 1989 race. Senna's disqualification from victory that year settled the championship in Prost's favour. Drama is usually never far away when F1 comes to Suzuka.